Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Last time we left off with a filler episode. Sorry for the lack of videos in those days. For some reason, Mobizen, it's the thing I use. You can tell from the little M up there. It wouldn't let me see my videos while trying to upload them on YouTube. So I thought there was something wrong with my internet, so I'm like, fine, I just can't upload. So yeah, it eventually came back, so yeah. This will be the tuning exams episode, so let's get right into it. First of all, Naruto's meeting with Kankuro. Well, I guess this is a bit before the tuning exams. So yeah, Naruto meets Kankuro the same way in canon. He's walking around and he bumps into him. He ends up talking, yada yada, telling him to put Konohamaru down. He eventually does. Konohamaru runs away, and yeah. Naruto says, you and the tree come out. Gaara comes down, and Tamari walks from around the corner, and Gaara asks who he is. Naruto stares at him with a blank look on his face and points his finger at Gaara, saying, Shikaku. This confuses everyone, even Gaara. Gaara quickly realizing he knows about Mother, which is still funny to me. So yeah, Naruto says, "Won't you three come with me?" Gaara asks, Tamari and Kankuro say, "Why would we come with you?" He said, "I got something to show you." And he motions for him to follow. They go into the woods, and Naruto asks Gaara what his childhood was like. Gaara explains how people hated him, people tried killing him. Naruto says, so I guess we had similar childhoods, catching Tamari and Kankuro off guard. They ask him what happened to him. Naruto says, similar to Gaara, I was hated in my village, so people either played up acted like I didn't exist or attacked me. Anbu from my village were sent to kill me on multiple occasions, at least once a week. And then one week, I was in the woods training, because my goal was to become the Hokage when I was younger. But two shinobi ended up capturing me. Members of the Leaf Village. A medical ninja who was a Hyuga, and a genjutsu user, a female and a male. The boy was the Hyuga and the girl was the genjutsu, because it seems to suit girls more. They have more of a talent for it. And they tortured me. The Hyuga would torture my physical body daily, making sure I didn't die, but making sure I was in constant pain. And the genjutsu user, the female, she would mess with my mind, putting me in constant genjutsus where I died, watched people I know die, stuff like that. This continued for about 2 months, when I was around 5. Gaara, he's like, he's surprised, but he doesn't show too much emotion. Tamari and Kankuro are basically dumbfounded. But he says, so Gaara, do you want to be friends? This does sketch Gaara off guard, and he makes a pretty visible reaction, and asks why would they be friends? Me and you are the same. We both house demons inside of us, causing everyone's eyes to go wide open again. And he says, Naruto explains, the tailed beasts are ranked on how many tails they have. The more they have, the stronger they are. The weakest one, as he points to Gaara, is Shikaku, the 1 tails. The strongest is Kurama, the 9 tails, while pointing at himself. In total, The differences between the tailed beasts are huge, but compared to normal people, one tailed beast could probably flatten a nation. And Kurama it's said to be able to take on every other tailed beast at once, which is shown in canon during the War Arc, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, Kurama's OP. Naruto does talk to Kurama a decent bit. So yeah, they talk for a bit, and Naruto says, "Well, see, I gotta go talk to my team, yada yada." He meets up with Team 7, and, well, they go to the first exam, which is the proctor. These dudes explain the rules. No cheating. If you're caught cheating 3 times, you kicked out. Naruto's a lot smarter because he did study as a kid. That way, he could be a ninja and pull more pranks. Well, that's what he tells people, but in reality, it's just so he can learn to defend himself better. So, yeah. Anyway, Naruto does end up passing, and now we're going to the second stage. Anko explains the rules as well, and this part of the exam is going to take a pretty big change. So they get the Earth Scroll and need the Heaven Scroll. They go into the Forest of Death. Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke eventually do get the scroll they need and run across Orochimaru. Now, seeing this, everyone gets on guard. Sakura and Sasuke can't move because of Orochimaru's bloodlust. Naruto's acting like it doesn't even affect him, because it doesn't. Because he was tortured for 2 months straight. And, well, he got used to bloodlust. Orochimaru says, "Interesting. A kid like you, being immune to my bloodlust." Then Orochimaru says, "Who are you, kid?" Naruto looks him in the eyes and says, "No one special." And then he snaps his fingers. At this moment, water falls on Orochimaru's head, meaning Orochimaru gets mad and says, "Screw it, I'm gonna kill you, kid, because you don't like people just dumping water on you for no reason." Well, yes, he was gonna kill him, and Naruto releases more bloodlust than Orochimaru, surprising Orochimaru quite a bit. But eventually, Naruto and Orochimaru get into a fight. Sasuke cuts himself, and Sakura, allowing them to move. Naruto performs hundreds of shadow clones, and they're just in a taijutsu. Well, can't really call it taijutsu since Orochimaru is more or less decimating them. And then Naruto's clones touch Orochimaru in the back while doing the lightning paralysis seal. This stuns Orochimaru for like a few seconds, and Orochimaru gets mad and stops holding back. Seeing this, Naruto is hit and injured badly, causing Kurama to let Naruto have some chakra, enough actually to enter the one-tail state. Actually, Naruto calls on Kurama's power because they have a pretty good relationship, because Kurama, seeing what happened to Naruto, would actually feel bad. Naruto would also be curious why Naruto doesn't just hate the village after everything he's been through. And that whole incident was covered up by Danzo, so those two aren't going to be friends. Naruto and Danzo, that is. So yeah. Naruto then tilts his head to his right side and gets a blank look in his eye, and then performs hand side while throwing out hundreds of kunai, and he does 100 flying kunai storm, which is just hundreds of kunai flying and piercing at Orochimaru. They do end up hitting him and badly injuring him, but he just does the snake thing. Naruto then performs water style, water suffocation. Orochimaru again does neon snake thing, causing him to lose quite a bit of chakra actually. So he can do that 2 more times before he basically running on empty. Naruto grabs a kunai and performs the water style water psych assassination, which is basically water psych, which is where he turns into water and moves quickly, but he does it and he basically reforms while stabbing Orochimaru, so it assassinates him. So he has one more snake jutsu. So Naruto performs his lightning piercing blade, which is again like the chakra scalpel except with lightning nature instead of, well, just chakra. Swinging it at Orochimaru. Orochimaru's kind of pissed at this kid, but he sees an opening to do the seal thing, the curse mark on Sasuke, so he goes for it. Naruto jumps in the way, saving Sasuke, and Orochimaru is very low in chakra because he has a lot of chakra, but that jutsu is shown to take quite a bit of chakra from Orochimaru, so it's also can probably only be used to limited times because it looks like he's just going back to a previous body, and well, he probably doesn't have too many bodies, but he probably has quite a few, so he'd run out eventually. Anyway, Naruto having the curse mark would change quite a bit, but also Orochimaru being so low on chakra, he has to run away. He doesn't really get much choice in the matter. So, especially because Anbu and Anko are coming, and he doesn't have the chakra to deal with that. So Naruto goes back to normal and asks Sakura and Sasuke if they're okay. They go hide out in the tree. Naruto barely remains conscious until they get to the tree, and then he just collapses over. He ends up talking with Kurama, and Kurama explains, because we're going to say Naruto does know his name, he just can't handle, like, the KCM or anything. Hold on, my dog's barking. Sorry, that was my mom coming home, my dogs were barking at her. So, yeah, anyway, Naruto could go KCM, but his body couldn't handle that much evil chakra, because he's not a good person. Like, he'll kill if he has to, but he won't just go on a murdering rampage like a certain other One-Tailed Jinchuriki. But yeah, anyway. So Naruto goes back to normal. While passed out, he talks to Kurama. And Kurama asks him if he wants to get rid of the seal. Naruto says, not yet. Because the seal... Actually, never mind. Naruto does get rid of it because having Orochimaru in his head, not a good idea. So yeah, Kurama just evaporates the curse mark. So no curse mark on Naruto, unfortunately. But I think Kurama's a pretty good amp on its own. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to the next part of the exam. Same people make it as in canon, not much difference. So, for the 1 month of training, Naruto obviously trains with Jiraiya. Naruto learns the summoning jutsu, the toad summoning, but Naruto also does one thing. He introduces Jiraiya to someone else. This person being Gaara. Now, the reason is because Jiraiya, we're going to say he was bragging about being a master of seals, and Naruto knows of his reputation. Bit. Because it's not like he's dead, so there won't be any mini books about him. And all the books written by him aren't kid-friendly, if you understand. So yeah, he can't really read too much about Jiraiya, but he does know he's a pervert. So he does call him Pervy Sage, basically from the start. But anyway, just kicked my desk. Sorry for that. Anyway, Jiraiya does the 5-prong seal. I get this as Orochimaru, but from what I understand, the 5-prong seal while being used is purple, so figured make it more authentic. And Gaara's better. So now let's go into the first fight of the Chunin exams. This will be Kiba versus Naruto. Naruto and Kiba, they really don't get along because Naruto kept playing pranks on Kiba, and Kiba hates them. And Well, he could never catch Naruto either, because Naruto was very good at hiding. So, anyway, I was just messing around because I thought one of my brothers were coming upstairs. But never mind, anyway. So here's how their fight would go. Kiba would instantly start with the Fang over Fang, because he does know Naruto is strong, and he just hates Naruto in general. Naruto would stand still and perform hand signs on his hand and his lightning paralysis jutsu, and he would hit the Fang over Fang, kinda paralyzing Kiba and Nakamaru. They would get back up and go for another Fang over Fang. Naruto, seeing this, would do a water style, water strike, water psych jutsu, turning into water and moving out of the way. He would then perform the sexy harem jutsu, giving Kiba a bloody nose and then having a bunch of clones beat on him. And then he would do the lightning paralysis seal, making sure they can't move, and holding kunais to him and his dog's throat. Meaning Naruto wins his match pretty easily. Same thing happens with Neji and Hinata. Naruto promises to kick Neji's butt and pull a bunch of pranks on him. More brutal pranks than he normally would. And here's the thing. Would Neji think he can beat Naruto? Because that's kind of tough. Because Naruto humiliated his clan head. Like, completely humiliated him. And Neji's not strong enough to beat him, no matter how you slice it. The only reason Naruto was able to is because all of his dirty moves, and yeah, that didn't bode too well for Hiyashi. So, in terms of power, Naruto would lose without Kurama's chakra, but in terms of dirty techniques, Naruto, well, that's basically what this fight is centered around. So yeah, Naruto and Neji would, well, Naruto's declared the winner, obviously. And Naruto and Neji, let's get into their fight. Neji would know about the whole blinding thing. Actually, wait a minute. Kiba's fight happened before the 1 month of training. So just change those events around because they're basically the same as what I said. Anyway, so Kiba would not have. Neji would not activate his Byakugan, knowing that he can somehow blind us, which, means it's pure taijutsu. Which Neji's no slouch. Just probably not as good as an elder of his clan, but, So Naruto makes around 400 clones, and he sends them all at Neji. Neji disperses them while being very injured in the fight. Naruto does flying kunai jutsu, wrapping Neji in, well, wire, basically making it to where he can't really move. And then Naruto would then do exactly what Neji did, because Naruto is a bit more vengeful, and him and Hinata do kind of have a thing going. They're not dating, but they're very good friends. So yeah, Naruto would go up to Kiba and said, "You rely too much on your Byakugan. So in a fight like this where you can't use it, you're pretty weak. Though again, even if you had your Byakugan, you probably couldn't beat me. You should probably train every now and again. I mean, it's obvious you've never trained a day in your life. I mean, I guess you were born talented, so it's probably the only reason you beat Hinata. Then she's not just a nice person, she probably didn't want to hurt you." Then Naruto would remember that Neji does have the cage bird seal, so he would ask Neji, "That seal on your head, do you want another one?" Neji would be kinda panicked at this and ask, "What do you mean?" Well, he would yell, "If you do, I'll kill you." Naruto would then smile and say, "Try." This is evil Naruto. Well, kind of. It's Naruto in fighting mode and evil mode, basically. So he would do the cage bird seal, but not on his forehead. This one will be on his palm, because I don't think you can stack cage bird seals on one another. I don't think anyone would have ever tried this. So yeah, Neji now has 2 cage bird seals, one to Naruto and one to the Hyuga clan. Naruto says, if you ever try and hurt Hinata again, I'll use it, and I won't stop. And then he said, by the way, do you give up? Not Naruto. Neji would, yeah, he would give up. Naruto would then touch Neji on the stomach and say, this is for being a jerk to Hinata. And he'd focus chakra into his palm and release it into Neji. Something he learned in those 2 months where he was kind of, missing. To put it nicely. More like kidnapped and tortured, but you know. It is what it is. So, Nechi now has bowel problems. If you don't know what that means, it means he poops and pees his pants a lot. Like, he can't hold it back. He can't even tell when he does it until he feels, well, he pooped or peed himself. So this means Neji will humiliate himself a lot. And Naruto, he could undo the cage bird seal because he wouldn't just learn it and not know how to undo it. He's not that type of person. But I don't think he would for Neji, especially with the other thing. Unless he changes his personality, he ain't gonna undo any of it. So yeah, now we're going to the final fight. That is different. Oh, and the sand invasion attack does get canceled because Gaara is their best weapon, and Naruto is, we're gonna say Gaara says that Naruto's a lot stronger than him because, in all fairness, he kind of is. But yeah, so Gaara versus Sasuke. No offense to Sasuke, because I'm a very big Sasuke fan. He's one of my favorite characters. I'm also a big fan of the Uchiha clan, so. Anyway. I know he's strong, especially at this point. I'd say the fight with him and Gaara would actually be pretty good. But could he win? The biggest thing would be, how strong is the seal dry put on him? On Gaara, that is. Because Shikaku could just, like, you win, basically, if you have a tailed beast on your side, unless you're like Hashirama or an Uchiha with a fully matured Sharingan and practicing Genjutsu, which Sasuke never really picks up, so. So, yeah. I'm going to have to say, well, let's get into the battle. Because those were just, me thinking out loud. So, Sasuke would start off the fight with some basic taijutsu. Going as fast as Lee and making Gaara does get hit, but it doesn't crack through his second shield. Gaara then does his sand tsunami. Sasuke jumps up on the sides and avoids this, and he runs on the sand while doing a Chidori. Gaara, seeing this, does his ultimate Shikaku defense, because if you think about it, as a kid, Gaara was kind of close to becoming a perfect Jinchuriki after the Chunin exams. That's because he actually communicated with his tailed beast decent bit, but he probably didn't get along to the degree of, Naruto and Kurama at the end of the war arc. So we're gonna say, with the seal being in place now, Gaara will soon actually become a perfect Jinchuriki, which means he'll be able to fight with well, against Naruto and Sasuke. Anyway, so Sasuke almost hits Gaara with the, Chidori. The sand protects him, and Gaara clenches his fist and yells, "Sand prison." Well, he doesn't yell it, he says it, but you get the point. Performing a sand prison on Sasuke's arm that did the Chidori. So yeah, Sasuke now, it hurts to use his arm, so it's broken. So he's kind of out of luck with the jutsu side of things. But we're gonna say he does not do jutsu one-handed because Haku's around their age and Haku could do it. So I don't see why he wouldn't. So yeah, we're gonna say he does the fireball jutsu, basically turning some of the sand to ice, causing him to get the idea of turning just all the sand into, wait, did I say ice? I mean glass. Giving him the idea to turn all the sand into glass. He would throw a bunch of explosive tags around the arena and let them go off while performing multiple fireball jutsus, weakening Gaara quite a bit. But Gaara has some sand in his gourd, and his gourd is made of sand, so yikes. We're gonna say Gaara does those sand missile attack things, and he has one pointed straight towards Sasuke's throat, and Gaara's declared the victor. So what's this all mean? For starters, since there was no attack, that means the third Hokage is alive. Let's hope I don't forget about that again. Anyway, yeah. Not only that, but would the Tsunade retrieval arc happen? We're gonna say Hiruzen, he does really need to step down as Hokage, mainly because he did a pretty poopy job. I mean, he gets a new Hokage, he dies. Okay, he promises to raise his son. He takes care of the son, but in this one, Naruto has a way worse childhood, so he failed even more in this what if. So Tsunade is decided she's going to be next Hokage, but if they can't get her to come back, Jiraiya will become Hokage. So actually leave in the comments who you think should become Hokage, Jiraiya or Tsunade. Either way, it'd be an interesting dynamic. And there's one more thing. The Rasengan. Right now, I've decided not to let Naruto know it because Naruto's theme is basically jutsus that he can pull pranks with. I don't think of any pranks that he can use with the Rasengan. But if you guys can think of one, put that in the comments. And I guess that's it. Oh, and I don't know if the Chunin exams continue like a regular tournament. If it did, then we're gonna say Naruto would lose because Sasuke Sharingan, copy all his jutsus, knowing his fighting style, pretty good chance. Or if Gaara won, I can't remember now. Gaara would win because better Jinchuriki. So yeah. Once again, if you didn't watch the filler episode, which I'd understand if you didn't, it literally was filler in the title, so it's understandable. But thank you all for helping reach 100 subscribers. It means a lot to me, and yeah.